Hello, everyone. So let's see how many of you will show up today because it's my surprise visit, right? I didn't inform you this morning or on your Saturday, right? Indian time. I didn't inform you, but I am here because I decided that I need to talk to you about the concern I have. Okay, so this is regarding Zoom sessions. I am receiving many emails from students that, ma'am, we want to join your Zoom speaking practice session. And as you know, I am offering you free sessions in these days. And I decided because I noticed that there are many students and I cannot accommodate all students in one session. So I decided that I can offer 3 different sessions, and I even put you in 3 different groups also based on your last names. It's a lot of work for me, believe it or not, but I am pretty much spending all my Friday evening and my Saturday and half of my Sunday time just to writing, organizing, and putting it together in separate groups, your names, your emails. So I can accommodate maximum students in my Zoom sessions. But if I am doing so much work, then I expect from you at least check your emails. But I think majority of the students, I'm not sure if you don't know how to check your email, or if you don't understand the time or session starts on Zoom, because many of you do not even show up in the sessions. And I feel bad about it that, wow, I'm spending so much time, free time, right? Offering everything free. And even then, you're not joining my sessions. So that means free stuff is not valuable, right? So, I mean, today, especially was like, okay, if I am responsible, I expect responsibility from your side too. Because, as an educator, as you know, and I told you so many times that I have students from every country, from every part of this world. I taught students in America. And I am very empathetic person. I can feel that, yes, many of you are not able to afford, maybe due to financial reasons, or maybe because you are living in remote areas, or maybe your surroundings are not for example, your surrounding means your society, your neighborhood, where English speaking is common, So you do not have that kind of environment around you. So that was the reason that, okay, let's start these sessions. In these days, I have time. And moreover, Saturdays and Sundays are, most of you are at home too. And I can offer you free classes. At least now I decided that at least 2 sessions for each students, because there are many students, and the ones, those they were with me in the beginning, they already, availed that opportunity to be in my sessions for like a lot of time. But now I was like, okay, I have many students, so I will start offering minimum 2 sessions for each student. Okay, so let me see who is here, and then I will move on towards my discussion too. Okay, Suraj, hello Suraj, good evening. Jai Hind, Roop Ranjan, and I am very pleased to see you in my session. Good evening, Kabiraj, Vishal, good, Gaurav Sharma, hello. Okay, क्या हो रहा है? So, okay, so Gaurav Sharma, ma'am, I'm learning English by watching. Yes, it's good that you are learning by watching my video lessons, and that's what I expect from you, because I will say not just watch my videos, practice with my videos. So if you need to practice, you can replay it, and there is no limit to replay each video lesson, because just by watching, you will not be improving as much you will be improving with practicing, right? So if you compare, just you watch the video and then you're done and move on to the another one, that you might gonna feel it for a moment, for a time being, that you learned, but maybe after 1 day or 2 days, you might not gonna remember what did you watch, or the information you learned might not gonna be in your mind. But if you will be watching attentively and practicing also, then it will be going to stick in your mind, and then you will be using it. You will be putting it into practice. That will be more beneficial for you. Okay, so so yes, there were sessions. I sent people emails, but many people didn't join it. So for example, I should read some of the names at least for today's session. And if you were one of them, then I don't know why you didn't join my session. It's the student, this student was actually new, and he sent me the email this week, in the beginning of this week, I think. So like it's Ivan Prakash Lakrafa, I think, and then Aditya Sinha, Ravan Singh, Chandra Sharma is old, Jeevni Halai, Mantosh Sahu, Devansh Yadav, Gauri Shankar, Sukendra Singh, Rex, Sachin, Pappu Singh, Meet Nikum, Menka Rani, I don't know, this is just an email, Sandeep Kom, Upendra Sankar, Himani Sharma, Najreen Khan, Ashok Padvi, Rinku Nehra, Rup Ranjan, I think, was in my session. So you can see there were many, but only Rup Ranjan, and there was one more student showed up in today's session. So you can imagine there were about 15 or 16 students were supposed to be in my class, and there were only 2 students show up. And then I think many of you do not understand the email, because the moment I sent you the email, you are not going to join my session right away. I mentioned it before that I sent you the email early morning, my American time, and yours is pretty much like a 3 o'clock in the evening, like that, right? जैसे कह लो दोपहर के बाद का time. But my session starts 6:30 or 8 o'clock, and the time is written on the email. You need to make a habit to read, pay attention, make a habit to read the email, what's written, what time is written on the email. Because it happens a lot to me. The moment I sent you the email, within 5 minutes, I get the email from Zoom that students are waiting for you. No, you are not supposed to click on the meeting right away. You should be clicking on the meeting when it's a time to start the meeting. So that is very confusing for many of you. And as per my understanding, and based on my experience, talking to you in Zoom sessions and interacting here in my live streaming, I can see that 95% of you understand English in writing, and you understand a lot of reading also. So there should not be much confusion in the email, because it's a very simple message. My email is not lengthy. It's not lengthy like a one page. There's just the Zoom invitation and the title. I specifically write down the title with the day. Like if it's on Saturday, I write down Saturday. If it's on Sunday, I write it down on like Sunday. And I specifically write down the Indian time. I always say Indian time or evening, or PM means after 12 o'clock, but that time is written there. So there should not be any confusion. I don't know if there is any other way that helps you to understand. We can use that method. But from today, I decided that I am not going to have 3 sessions. Doesn't matter if I have 80 students or 90 students, I am going to invite everyone in one session. Okay, so I can extend my session in 90 minutes, but I will have only one session then, because I'm not going to sit here for I will say pretty much I set my session for 60 minutes, but always my sessions are beyond 60 minutes. And then Saturday, 2 sessions, Sunday session. I mean, I am spending a lot of time just voluntarily. That means helping you free so you can practice your English skills. But you need to take it seriously then. So from now, I will say every Sunday, I will have my session 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and I am going to invite all students together, and you all will be availing only 2 speaking sessions with me. If you already had your 2 sessions, then I am sorry, I will not be able to accommodate you. But if you are my new subscriber And if you didn't avail the 2 chances on my Zoom session, then I will be inviting you for 2 sessions. Now, if you missed the chance, if you did not open your email and you missed it, then I'm sorry, because you need to learn to take the responsibility. And I really appreciate there are students, they're taking the responsibility, and I will mention the names here. And the one student is Garage. He is, of course, was started with me, my Zoom sessions. He already had sessions with me, but yesterday was his last session with me, because I already told them that they are not going to continue, because I now want to, invite new students. And they said, yes, ma'am, it's perfectly all right for us. But then yesterday, his phone, somehow his battery expired or broke, or some problem was in his phone. But he used his friend's phone. And he sent me the email that, ma'am, my phone is not working and I am not able to join your session. But right now I am sending you this email from my friend's phone. And I felt so good. I was like, wow, what a responsible student. That is the responsibility. You need to understand, if you are so careless, you do not care about other person's time, you do not value it, then if someone will not acknowledge your time or not value something you do, then you will feel bad, right? So I will say openly, thank you, Garage, for doing that. And I can see that you are going to be very successful in your life, because you are really very responsible person. That's what I appreciate your responsibility, that you took the initiative from your friend's phone and you send me the message that you are not able to join my session. That is wonderful. I mean, come on. That person will be so successful in his life. Everyone will be appreciating it. So please, that's what I expect from all my subscribers, all my students, that learn to make a habit to be responsible. If you are taking initiative, if you are sending me an email that, ma'am, you want to join my class, and then you did not even bother to check your email, and you know this, that my sessions are Saturdays and Sundays, so you should be checking your emails. It's very simple. And I know sometimes students, they try to log in, but somehow they are not able to log in. And I yesterday had a one student, and she was trying, but I don't know, I was admitting her and I was able to see her on the screen. But then I even received her email that, ma'am, I was trying to log in, but I was not able to. And I am going to send her the email, because I just got her email, and I'm going to let her know that, yes, I saw her. But so see, that's called responsibility. So I hope you understand. In future, if you already availed the chances, then maybe sometimes in future, sometimes I might gonna surprise you to send you the invitation. I don't know how the thing's gonna turn out. We don't know the future. But as you know, as I promised you, if you are on my channel and you want to practice, 2 Zoom sessions are for you. So you can avail that opportunity, right? But otherwise, if you are interested, then I am working on my courses, and you will be like, I'm trying to make it reasonable for Indian students also. But I will tell you that my courses are not grammar courses. My courses will be focused on all domains, and where you will be learning how to apply the language in your life. Okay. So today I didn't plan to teach you any lesson today, but I still had one activity I started that day with the banking. If you want, we can complete that one, but otherwise it's Sunday, so you can enjoy your Sunday too if you want to. So, okay, Gaurav Sharma is new. And then I received one letter from email from one student, and he actually responded me back to on my Zoom sessions invitation, and he said, "Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I really want to join this kind of session." But I don't know if he didn't understand that he was supposed to be clicking on that invitation and he was supposed to be joining my session, but he didn't join the session. So maybe there is some kind of confusion in students. But if you want, I can send you the invitation in Hindi also. I mean, I have that option. As you know, I can speak in Hindi, I can speak in Punjabi, right? So I can write down in Hindi or in Punjabi. I think mostly Hindi, I will say, because Hindi is India's national language too. So pretty much everyone knows Hindi, right? So I can write in Hindi if you want to, okay? So Vishal, thank you, Vishal. I was watching your videos but didn't join any live session. Yes, Gaurav, you can send me an email if you want to join my session, because it's open for everyone. Anyone can join my sessions. Vishal, I am also practicing to take that level of responsibility and achieve the level, then you will also take yes. No, Vishal, yesterday I think you were in my class, and yes, I mean, excellent. You are following, you are learning, and that's what I expect from students. I don't just say watch my videos, I will say practice with my videos, right? RJ Shiva Bhatti. I don't know, I will check my emails. If I don't have it, then I might gonna invite you next time then, okay? Okay. Ravinder Singh, nobody can teach you, Mataji, aapki tarah. I'm trying, Ravinder. I'm just trying my best. Good evening, Fatima. Okay. Deepak. Oh, Sandeep. Yes. Yes, Sandeep, you were there yesterday. Okay. Yes, you were. Yes, Vishal, I remember you. Khushi Kawaria. Yes, okay. Yes, Vishal, I know. And I will be inviting you next Saturday too, Vishal, because I remember you just attended my one Zoom session. Yes. Okay. So let's finish the banking one, because I didn't finish the lesson. We were working on banking. So first we learned. So now listen to my sentences. Everything what I'm going to tell you it happened in the past, right? So in our banking lesson, first we looked at a picture. There was a bank scene, right? And from the bank scene, you all came up with many sentences, right? Based on your observation, whatever you were observing in that picture, you were writing down your sentences. So the next activity we did was we converted the Indian money into dollars, right? That's what we did. And after that, we finished that day. And then I think the next time we started our lesson, or second part, we started our lesson with our with a little bit of history about the banks, like the first bank in America, And then we talked about the first bank in India. And then we talked about some of the other banks. We learned about which bank was the first one in India who opened their branches in foreign countries. And I think the one bank, I didn't remember the exact name, but they opened the bank in London, right? That was the first one in foreign country. So then we learned about, we practiced the dialogues, right? So the dialogues were between teller, the bank teller, you call it cashier also sometimes. And then it was a dialogue between a customer, right? Manish was a customer and the teller. So that was the conversation between them, how you interact with the teller in the bank, right? So now we have a third part of that same lesson. Okay, good morning, Surjit Mishra. Who's she? Okay, so, okay, yes, wow, Vishal, you remember that information. Excellent. Allahabad Bank, Imperial Bank in 1911, State Bank. Okay, good. So see, yes, so that's what it is. When we learn, we remember sometime the information, and everyone remember the information differently, right? Yes, excellent. Okay. So I hope when I was telling you, I was explaining you, or I was letting you know about our previous lessons information, I was using my tenses. Most of the tenses I was using that already happened, and you should know it when we, what kind of tenses are those, right? Okay. Good evening. Now I am going to share my slide with you, and then we're going to finish up this lesson. And then, okay, so let's see this one. Okay, so I'm going to be on this one. And let's see, share it. Share the screen. So, okay, share. So let's see if you are able to see the screen clearly. It's okay, Gaurav Sharma. At least he gave me the answer. No, but Gaurav, we learned this lesson last time. We learned about all this information, what Vishal was telling us right now. Yes, Allahabad Bank. That was the last time's lesson. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, you can watch my previous lesson, okay? And that lesson was, I think, on May 29th. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, now I think it's better if we can start paying attention here on our lesson. And then, so when I teach, I would like you to pay attention on the screen. So we will be doing this, we will be discussing, and then there is a one mini quiz which you are going to answer. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so, okay, so where is the screen, main screen? Okay, bank offers services that have to do with money. For example, so this word is example. For example, banks offer accounts that you can keep your money in. When you put money in a bank account, you trust the bank to look after the money, right? You might choose to keep your money in a bank account because you want to protect the money in a safe place. People often people often visit their local bank branch to use the bank's services. A branch is the local office of a bank. Banks can have branches in many different locations, right? Locations, even in the same city, sometimes they have many banks in the same city or in different towns or different districts or different states, right? So that's what it is. Now, let's talk about this one. Read about the jobs of some of the employees or workers at a local bank branch. Customer service representative. Now, this word, I don't know how you pronounce this, but this word is representative. Representative. So customer service representative. So what's their job is to greet you at the door, explains bank services, answers general questions, gets you to the right person to help you. Now, I know this is not common in Indian banks, but here in America, these are the employees and these are the services they provide. Okay, here if I go to bank, most of the time, I will not say always, but most of the time I meet the customer service representative who always greet like good morning, good evening, how may I help you? So they explain, you tell them why you are in the bank, and then they escort you, or they sometimes can show you, okay, you need to go to that cabin or you need to talk to that person, something like they escort you. Escort you means they walk in front of you and like that. So they are very like warm. They are very like a very pleasant personality. That means they're always happy and smiling, and yes, that's the way it works here in America I'm talking about. Then the other person is teller. They work behind the counter. As you know, the cashier, you say sometime, I think in India you say cashier also. So works behind the counter. They helps most of the people who come into the bank, and they helps you put money into your bank account or take it out. So I want you to tell me the word here where it says put money into your bank account and or take the money out. So what are the two words you remember? When you put money into your bank, what is the other word we use? And then when you take the money out, what is the other vocabulary word? We already know those words. So I want you to write down if you remember that. Not right now, but let's move on to the branch manager's responsibilities. So he is in charge of everything that happens at a bank branch, and he helps solve problems other bank employees can't help with, right? So branch manager has more responsibilities because he is the boss in that particular bank, right? So yes, deposit is when you put money into your account. That's deposit. Excellent. And then withdraw. Yes, withdraw is when you take it out. When you take the money out of the bank, that is withdraw. So you can use both ways. So if you look at this one, put money into your bank account. This one is a plain English. Plain English means simple English, or take it out. This one is a simple English. But when you are using the word, you deposit the money or you withdrawing the money, those vocabulary words are a little bit on, I will say, higher level. So now you understand how this English works. So the plain English is you use a very simple vocabulary. So if your English skills are not very strong, you still can use the very simple vocabulary and then you still sound like you are a fluent English speaker. Okay, so this one is a plain English. So that's what I always say. You do not need to use the complicated, complex vocabulary words in order to speak English. You are fine in your speaking skills also if you are using simple vocabulary or plain English. In other words, we call it plain English. In America, we say it plain English. Okay, so now, and that's a simple, easy English. Okay, so the next one. And most of the people actually use, pretty much a lot of people use plain English because let me tell you, even if it's in America, there are people, those they are not highly educated, right? So think about that way. Even in India, if there are people, those they never attended maybe school, or they hardly had a good education in their, even in their first language, right? But they are speaking Hindi or whatever the language they speak, right? Maybe they are not using a very complex vocabulary, but they are still using the language, right? So same way it is. So it's not like any foreigner you see or a native English speaker you see and their English is excellent. That's not the case, okay? Okay, match each service to the bank employee who will provide it. Now, the first one is ask why you are visiting the bank and helps point you to the bank teller. If you can write down the name of that person, let's see if you are able to write down the name of that person. Fixed deposit. Okay, good. So that is, Imran, that is abbreviation. You call it abbreviation. So fixed deposit. So abbreviation is FD. Yes, yes, good. Okay. So Rajinder Kashyap, what's going on? So you are welcome. Be on the board and participate, Rajinder Kashyap. So we are learning, or this is a part of our reading, speaking, listening, right? All domains we are covering. Yes, yes, representative. Excellent, Vishal. Representative is the person who asks why you are visiting in the bank and helps point you to the bank teller. Do you have representatives in India, in Indian banks? Yes or no? You can write down. Because here in America, we do have representatives in banks. When we go to the bank, most of the time, we see the representatives and they welcome us, and then they, we just let them know why we are there. And yes. Okay, now no, you're not. Priyanka, you can always replay it. You know that, right? You're fine. Okay, representative, excellent. And your spellings are correct too, Vishal. Now, number 2, it's already there. Helps you put your money into your account and take it out when you want to use it. So write down the name of that employee, because they work in the bank. Yes. Or they work in a bank. Means any bank, right? And if we are talking about any specific bank, then we use the also. So a man is standing with a rifle at door is representative. Okay, so are they polite, Vishal? Okay, a man is standing. Okay, yes, the second one is teller. Yes, the teller. Or in India, I don't know, I think you say bank cashier, maybe? I forgot actually what you call to the person who deals with the money part. Like you go there and you deposit the money or you withdraw the money, right? So do you call them teller in India also? Or you call them cashier or something else? I forgot actually, that's why I'm asking you. Little bit polite. Okay, so they are little bit polite. Okay, okay. I think it's getting maybe a little bit more better when there are private banks now, right? Yes, cashier. Okay, yes, you call them cashier. Yes. So here they are bank tellers. Yes. Okay, cashier. Right. Good. Okay, so the next one, you know that, helps answer a tricky question. Tricky means hard one, which maybe everyone, the employees at the lower level, they don't know. But this person, he answers the tricky questions about your bank account and the other employees that the other employees can't answer. Okay, usually cashier. I like the word you used, usually. Usually cashier. Excellent. Yes. Okay. Wow, that's nice. Okay, you say them cashier, right? Cashier, yes. And the bank, right. And then the boss of the bank, the head of the bank, who is on the highest position in the bank, in the local bank. I'm not talking about the, okay, you called Imran Hussain. I called him cashier. So you called him. Okay, here, Imran, I'm going to say you called him cashier if him is a he, right? If he is a man, right? But you called her cashier if cashier is a woman, right? Okay, so him is for males and her is for female. Him is for male, or for boy, for man, it's the same thing. And female, a girl or woman, right? Her. Yes, that's a bank manager. Yes, bank manager. Excellent. So you see, this was the last activity I had for this lesson. But if you are in my class, for example, in my physical class, this lesson might gonna have many more other lessons along with it. That's the way we teach. One topic, so many lessons related to that topic, right? Okay, excellent, excellent. So I hope you will remember, and I hope that you will start checking your email on Saturday. Okay. Yes, bank manager is the head of the bank, right? Head person. Okay, head person. Okay. The bank manager is the head. If you don't use person, that's perfectly all right, right? You can say the bank manager or a bank manager. A bank manager is the head of the bank who helps us, right? That's the way you can write this sentence. But good try, Vishal, I like it. Yes, Priyanka, here in India, we say representative. Ma'am, right now, my sister told you, okay, okay. Representatives are the one, those they are standing on the gate, you mean? I don't know. So you have representatives? Okay, what does the mean of that sentence? Which sentence? Which sentence? What does the mean of that sentence? Let me see. Which sentence? Usually. Usually means now Hindi. आम तौर पे, right? Usually you call them. आम तौर पे आप यही कहते हैं. Usually. That's what you're asking? Okay. No, you said usually. That's what I was saying. I like the way you use that word, usually. Okay. Deepak. Okay. Deepak usually was correct. I was saying that you use the word usually cashier. So the word usually was a nice word you used. That's what I was saying. Okay. 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 Okay, guys. Good. And if you like me getting little upset, or if you like me teaching you the third part of the lesson, I will say at this time, go ahead and like if you like it, because then I always, get encouragement also that whatever I am teaching, you are learning something new from me. And I hope you are going to use it, apply it in your, I will say, put it into practice or in your real life situations. Okay. India is developing country and it needs more development. I never see a representative. Okay. Yeah, they should hire representatives, right? Because people need help sometime a lot. And especially, I will say, in India, many people sometimes are not even able to I will say, sign, or they don't know many formalities in the banks or in other offices, right? Yes. I mean to say, what does the mean, or what is the mean, which is correct? I mean to say, what does that mean? Or what is the mean, which is, I mean to say is, see, when you speak a language, there are so many words, or there are so many, I will say, phrases, or there are so many fillers, I will say, you use in your language, right? Same thing is in your first language. So you use it. I mean to say, मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ, या मेरा मतलब है, like that, right? In Hindi, you say that. Like, it's pretty much the same thing, Deepak. Who tell us all details about on account. Okay, yes, they tells you. Okay, they tell you the information, account information. Okay, I like this video. Thank you, Vishal. Ma'am, today my friend Menka Rani join your session or not. There was one girl, I think she was Menka. Can you imagine right now? Because she came up in the session with a different name, but then I asked her. No, Menka didn't show up. No, she didn't show up. I sent her the email, but she was not there. Priyanka. Okay. Yes, ma'am. It's a boost up for you, and you will come with new enthusiasm, with new lessons. Yes, of course. I mean, see here, why I am teaching you, I'm not teaching to myself, right? That's what I always tell my students in the class also. Like, if I'm teaching you something, most of the stuff I already know, but I am teaching you so you can practice. And we are doing it together so we can practice together, right? So if you are just taking a little bit initiative and clicking on that like button, that will help me to know that whatever I am preparing for you, whatever I am bringing here and practicing with you, you are using it, or it's a beneficial for you. That's my whole purpose, and that's the reason I always want you to make sure that you are clicking on that like button also. Okay. Which is correct sentence, both of them. It's a responsibility to like your video before you will tell us. You know what, Vishal, sometimes, you all are so busy in learning, and I am also busy in teaching, and we forget. I also forget, but sometimes it just, come in my mind that I need to remind you that you need to click on that button if you like it. Okay. And one more thing I also want to remind you that please share my videos with your family, with your friends, with your relatives. So if you are a student, for example, then you have many friends. I know when I was a student, especially I was in school, I had so many friends, right? Pretty much the whole class was my friends. So your social circle is a lot more. So please share, because again, everyone has their own strengths, and no one can take your knowledge or your skills away from you. So do not think that I found out this channel and I should not share with anyone so I can learn more English. Do not think that, because everyone learns with their own efforts, with their own practice. And even, for example, in one of my, like yesterday's session, one of the student was saying that he subscribed my channel and he watched like 3 or 4 videos, and I was like, oh, wow, you just watched 3 or 4 videos. And he said that he doesn't have much time. And I asked him, I was like, do you have time to watch movies? He said, yes. I was like, do you have time to listen songs? He said, yes. I said, but you don't have time to watch my videos because it's boring. Learning is boring, right? English is boring. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yes. You know why? Because when you will be learning with a lot of memorization, and again, I'm coming back on the same topic, grammar, it's boring. When you are going through all those worksheets, um, that is very boring, okay? Because learning should be where you can make connections with your life, with your experiences, right? Then learning will be fun. So I always say learning should be fun, not a boring subject. But it also depends on the teachers, how they are making learning a fun, okay? So if the teachers, they have some kind of skills which they can use and make it learning where students can enjoy it, right? Not to go away from it. They should involve themselves in learning. Then it's beneficial for both, for teacher also, and for the student too. Okay, so, okay, yes. Priyanka Rawat, I already told you, many of you already used more than 2 sessions. Then I am not sure if I will continue to invite, because I want to invite many students. And from now, I just have 2 Zoom sessions for everyone. So if students, they already availed those 2 sessions, then I don't know. Okay. When I used to go to bank, I never saw checking bank staff people. But now bank staff checking us. Fever? Oh, okay. COVID. Okay. Because of this. Okay. I understand, Imran, because in these days, everyone just want to be more safe, right? Okay. He was telling that he had time to see other unnecessary things, but he didn't have time to. uh, yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming anyone here, but you know that sometimes, even school subjects sometimes are boring, right? Because if you compare it with the movie or songs, yes, you cannot compare, because it's because movies and songs are for entertainment, and the learning is for information. So I will say a majority of the time people like to spend time on entertainment as compared to gaining information, right? So yes, that is true. Okay, Priyanka. Yes, but Priyanka, remember I told you that sometime I might gonna, because some people have a good habit to check the email right away. And if I want someone to join me, then I might gonna, if I need a partner in a dialogues or something, then yes, I will be inviting sometimes some people, right? Yes. What's the meaning of boost up? Boost up. What do you think? Okay, look at my action. Boost up. What I'm doing right now. Think about it. You do not need always the dictionary definitions. And I will say, try to use, try to decrease the habit to look every word in the dictionary. Because if you, first of all, if you are going to look up all these words in the dictionary, it will be very boring for you. Okay, you need to learn to figure out the meaning in context instead of looking every word in the dictionary. First of all, when you look the word in the dictionary, it will be, and then you will be reading maybe in one or two sentences in the dictionary. I'm talking about how they use those words in dictionary, and that is very limited. But when you learn the vocabulary within context, then you know that one word, you can use it in many different situations. And Deepak Chauhan, yesterday we talked about words, we talked about the exposure word, and I gave you so many examples where you can use that word. And we even talked about the word play, for example, right? So that's what it is. Learn the words in the context. So boost up means किसी को, अब now I can tell you in Hindi also, किसी को हल्लाशेरी देना, प्रोत्साहन करना. अब now this word, we can use it in many different situations. Okay. Sahreen, I am not going to join the Zoom session. आपने मेरी Zoom session को join करना था. मैंने आपको email भेजा होगा. आपको वो email check करना था. उसमें time था. तब आपको मुझे मेरी class में आना था. I don't know. Some of you are not understanding that. Mustafa Ali, good evening. Okay. When you start this lecture, this today was actually, it was not planned, but when I noticed that Zoom session, my all English language learners, I'm not 100%, but the ones those they received my email today did not check their email, and many of them did not join the session. So that's why I was a little upset. So then I decided that I need to be live and I need to talk to you. And then we just started our third part of the lesson also. Boost up means increase your knowledge. Okay, it's not only about your knowledge, Priyanka. Boost means badawa karna, kisi cheez ko badawa dena. Okay, so you can use that word in many different situations. Okay. Yes, ma'am, I always see my email. Okay, you were wondering. I don't know. No, Vishal. And I think you are in 10th grade, right, Vishal, if I remember it correctly? Yes, you understood. Okay, good. Sneha Kharpade. Boost means enhance something. Okay, yes, enhance something. So boost, you can use it in many different situations. Okay, boost up your energy, boost up your morale, boost, booster. Oh, come on, guys. There is a one drink in India. I remember that. I think the name is Booster, right? You remember that? You drink it, you mix it in milk, and then you drink it. So it's boost up your energy. Especially, I remember when we were like, I don't know, they used to give it to kids, children, right? Okay. Come out from Comfort zone. Boost up means again energy, collect to do the work. When you're tired, to gain energy. Yes, yes. You encourage, you boost us, boost up us to, okay, yeah, that's nice. Yes, okay. Yes, yes, Vishal, you're a student of 10th grade, right? Yes. So tell all your students, 10th graders. Also, oh, yes, one more thing. I want you to please write some of the, you can write on an email, some of the topics from your, what you say, from your English books from school. Like if you are in 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, write down some of the topics you have in your books and make sure to write down the writer's name also with it. Okay, because I know in many states there are some books online, but because in India there are so many boards in every state, they have their own state board, and then they have their own textbooks. I'm just talking about English textbooks, okay? I'm not talking about any other subject area. So I would love to create some lessons on those topics, okay? Because literature is one of my favorite, I will say, a genre where I would love to make some of the lessons, okay? So you should write me your topics because I know in India, most of the books, the way you read, and it's not, I'm telling you, even many students in my Zoom sessions were telling me that they don't read it completely. They just go through summaries and main ideas and answer the questions, stuff like that. But I don't think so. That's the excellent way to learn any language. So I would like to create some of the lessons on that. Grammar is important for English learner, but I get confused when I speak according to the rules of English grammar. Okay, Imran Hassan. Yes, sure. Heading in the writer. Yes, Vishal. And let me know that what grade level the topics are. If it's from 10th grade, then write down 10th grade. If it's 11th, then write down 11th. And Deepak can do that for, I think Deepak Chauhan is in 12th grade. I know that, right, Deepak? You are in 12th grade. Yes. So, and I know many of you are in Hindi medium. So sometimes, yes, that's what Deepak was telling me. For example, yesterday, he said when he reads, he understands what's the topic or what's going on, but he, like that, in other words, we say gist of the text or gist of the topic, GIST, that you know what's going on, but you do not know in detail, right? But when you have your exam, then you need to know more detail. The more detail you know, the more you will be able to write it more effectively or answer the questions more correctly, right? Yes. Okay. Yes, good to know. I am learning a lot about Indian curriculum, Indian education, because see here again, even if you are reading your own textbooks, you still can learn a lot of language from your textbooks, and you can use that, you can apply that language in your speaking skills also, right? Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, guys, I think we should end this session now because it's already above 60 minutes as usual. Okay, so as usual, you know that I never come here live with time. I never set the time, right? Because my time is always going to cross its limit. Okay, so again, the last, before I end this session, please share my videos with your family, with your friends, with your relatives. And then, okay, Mustafa, active voice and passive voice. Okay. Okay, Sahreen, I will check. I will check your name. Okay, then I will let you know. Okay. Yes, Vishal, your question. I will do, okay, BTech CSC. Please give me 1 minute. Okay, okay. Okay, so I will say instead of, this is my advice to you. Rest is up to you. Instead of asking question about like putting the sentence and then asking about doubt, is this sentence correct or is this sentence correct, or asking about the names of the tenses um, or grammar parts, I will say pay attention on when you read. Pay attention on the formats. Pay attention on how the sentences are structured. Instead of learning it through the drills, I will say that's very old method, because grammar is like the basic parts of the language, you can say. But when you want, if you want to improve your language skills, then I will say you need to come out of that grammar zone. Yes, not the comfort zone right now, I'm telling you, the grammar zone, because many of you are so much stuck in that area where you are always looking for the very teeny tiny things in a grammar. That means, if you ask me, you are spending a lot of time. In other words, I will say you're wasting your time just spending on that, on the, and it's not your fault actually. That's the way you were learning in India, and we don't teach it that way here. We don't teach that way, especially when we teach the language. And if I will tell you the truth, here in America, if you are born in America, okay, and you are, English is your first language and you are here, then you learn grammar in first grade. That means पहली class में, दूसरी class में, तीसरी class में. So first, second, third grade, or a little bit maybe in fourth grade. But after that, we don't teach grammar. For first, if English is first language, again, listen to me very carefully. I'm saying if English is first language. So that means if you are learning English as a second language, that also means that you need to learn grammar in the beginning, but you do not need to learn grammar for the rest of your life. Okay? So, I mean, we teach grammar, but not in isolation, but we teach grammar to English language learners in higher grades also, but we don't teach the way you are learning grammar. Yes, we just introduce the skill, and then they learn everything through reading and writing and all our skills. We just, because we cannot separate it. Okay. Okay, I can use the word tiny, means bahut chota, tiny. Okay. Okay, I completed about more than half part of the vocabulary lesson. Okay. Okay, Fatima Jinnah. Okay, Fatima, good to see you. And I will encourage you to watch all my playlists, not just watch, practice with my playlist. So when you are practicing, that means you are practicing with it. That means when you are watching my videos, you are using your notebook, you are using your pen or pencil, you are writing down some important information, and then you are also copying me, right? Repeat after me. What I'm saying, you can repeat after me, okay? So, in which lesson should I move? So Vishal, most of the videos are supplementary material. So supplementary means extra, right? Because if you look at this way, YouTube, it's not a course, right? When you are learning English on YouTube, you are not enrolled in any course. Most of the videos are supplementary material. That means extra material for your language learning. So in that case, you can start any playlist. So that's what I will say. You can start any playlist, but one thing I assure you, that whatever you will be starting, any playlist, you will be learning a lot. That's what I know. Okay. So instead of thinking, if you can have a notebook, write down your playlist, which you playlist you are starting. Okay. Write down that, because I think I have 14 or 15 playlists and I am still uploading, and I will keep making the videos and uploading. Okay. Corpse. Ashwini Kumar, please pronounce this word corpse, C-O-R-P-S, corpse, corpse. So R is a little bit, okay, corpse, corpse, not corpse, corpse. So R has a very, like a slight sound in it, not corpse, not corpse, okay? So if I was saying corpse, then you can hear R. But when I say it correctly, you're gonna hear R, but you're gonna hear a sound, a little bit sound, corpse, corpse, okay, corpse. So word corpse. Vishal, okay, man. How to use the correct vocab in right time. Okay, Sahareen, my advice for using the vocab is National Cadet Corps. So corps is a, okay, so National Cadet Corps. Okay, okay. So how to use the correct vocab in right time? That's a very interesting question, because you will have a problem to use the vocab in right time if you are learning vocab in isolation. That means if you are learning a list of words, and there are many videos online where you have list of words and then you are learning the meaning of those words, but then you are not sure where you're going to use those words, right? But here I have also some where I say most frequently used words, right? So those words I have those lessons where you can practice your pronunciation, how to read those words and how to spell those words, right? And how, because the reason I made that list is because many of the words we call it, sometimes we call it sight words also are included in it, okay? And some people say dolch words also, dolch words, or high frequency used words, or most frequently used words. There are so many different names for those particular words. And some people have a list of 1,000 words, some people have a word of 200 words. So I came up with like a 700 some words, where if you know those words, you are, because those words are most frequently used words, most frequently, that means you see those words in your reading, in your writing, in your listening. So you need to practice those words separately. If you're asking me about my vocabulary, if you are asking me about learning a vocabulary separately, then I will not encourage you to go through the list of words and with the meaning of words and then you don't know where to use it. I will say, if you read more and learn vocabulary through your reading and start using in your writing, and start using those words and start noticing those words around you, how people are using those words if you're watching something, or you can start using those words in your speaking, also in your writing, that will be beneficial. So again, instead of learning a lot of vocabulary, and especially with the translation or with just the meanings, is not going to help you greatly. But if you are learning more vocabulary within the context, that will be more beneficial. And then you will know how you will be using it, because then you do not need to ask this question, because you will automatically start using your vocabulary. That's what, based on my experience. Okay. Okay. Now, Vishal, NCC is part of defense, military unit size designation. Yes, listen more and more. Communication skills. Imran, what should I do to improve my English communication skills? Practice with all my videos, first of all, Imran, and then ask me this question. Practice. I didn't say watch, just watch. I said practice, okay? And then notice. I always say, if you practice seriously and consistently, that's also very important. It's not like just watch it one day and then forget about 1 week and then come back again and then start it again. Not like that. If you want to learn, if you have a hunger to learn, if you have a desire to learn, then you should stay consistent with the language learning. So I'm not saying spend 2 hours, maybe 15 to 20, 30 minutes, according to your schedule, right? You can set your time when you want to practice. You can sit and practice, right? But do it every day and stay consistent and practice and repeat after me. Whatever I am saying, you can repeat it. And that's going to help you to practice your mouth muscles too, right? So because think about it, your language, you speak your language all day, even in your dreams also, right? So you are using that language a lot. And you started learning that language when you were a baby, right? When you started talking. So do not expect that English will come within 1 week or 1 month, because English is also I will say a lifelong process, right? Because same thing as one student was saying yesterday, that he is learning, even he feels like he is learning, still learning Hindi also, and that's his first language. Yes, same thing. We learn all the time. So practice. That's what I will say. The more you will practice, the more you will improve. But if you say you do not have anyone to practice with, then you have to find your way. That's what I always say. Play, practice with it. You can be in a place where no one is around. I mean, at home, especially in these days, I know when I do the Zoom session, many of you are already on your, what you say, terrace, chat pe. So you can practice your skills, and do not worry about if other people are laughing at you at home, that what he is doing or what she is doing. It's okay, because for practice, it's fine. You are practicing, that's it. That's what you need to understand. Or your hesitation, you have to remove your hesitation. I know many of you are very hesitant when you speak, but if you will stay like that, then the chances are less that you will be able to speak in public, right? So you need to start I say it baby steps. Take the baby steps, because nothing is going to happen in 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. It's a process. and it takes time, but gradually you will be improving, okay? And you will start noticing improvement in yourself, and then even the people around you will start noticing the improvement in you, okay? It's not I'm just saying it, but that's the reality. That's the process, and that's the way when I teach here in my physical classroom to my students, and how we see their growth, right? How they are growing. Now, growing does not mean their height, but growth is their language growth, right? Yes. So that's a vocabulary lesson, tier 1. Yes, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And if you know that the tier 1 words are a lot of, I will say, nouns also, a lot of nouns, and there are many simple action verbs also, like a play or listen, talk, eat. These all are tier 1 words. And tier 2 words are mostly where you have like prefixes, suffixes, multiple meaning words, or all kind of words. And then tier 3 words are, I will say, content related, like a subject related with some particular subjects. For example, if the words are from technology, if the words are only in geography, or if the words are only in biology, something like that, related with the more like a technical vocabulary, I will say, tier 3 words are, okay? Okay, Kundan Q Gupta. Kundan, I sent you the email so many times, and I don't know why you didn't receive my email, or whatever the reason is, you never joined my session. I don't know about lockdown because I am staying home, Kundan. How to find the title and the theme after read the story. Okay, Fatima. This is very interesting question, because that's something all activities, all the strategies, and all the skills are, I will say, my strengths. And I want to teach these, Fatima, but I cannot answer you this question here, because this is the answer is vast, way too vast. So Fatima, I will say, if you are here, if you subscribed my channel, then I advise you to start watching and practicing. And I am going to teach a lot about reading, and you will be learning everything from here, whatever your questions are, okay? Yes. So, and that's a very, it's an excellent, I will say, an excellent question, okay? Okay, Deepak Rao. Okay, good. Mani Sharma, no Mani, I don't give the task, but I will encourage you to watch the videos and practice with the videos, because that's very important. For example, even this lesson, what we just learned, if you can go ahead, go back and replay it and learn. And believe me, when you watch this, when you read whatever we learned, whatever we read, even if it was a simple, I will say pay attention on all your grammar skills also at the same time. It's going to help you, okay? Because what the grammar is, it's all the readings, what you read, everything is written grammatically correct, right? So you don't need to learn everything separately. Deepika, thank you, thank you. Okay. Kundan Q Gupta, I don't know about lockdown. There are so many other issues are going on in America right now. So, okay, good evening, Akash. Sahreen, I don't know, Sahreen, when you have to make the exercises, you create. Okay. Deepak Rao, how to join your session. Deepak Rao, you need to watch my videos and you will find all these answers. 2 times a day, good. May you tell us. I will encourage you to watch my many videos before you think to join my Zoom session. Because if you think that you are going to improve your English just by joining my 2 free Zoom sessions, then you are somewhere living in a dreamland, I will say, because language is not going to improve within 2 sessions. Yes, in 2 sessions, you can get a chance to speak with me, then you can get over, I will say, maybe your hesitation, but you still need a lot of practice, and every day consistently you need to practice in order to improve your skills. I know some of the information I tell you might be a little bitter for you, because I do not like to lie. I do not like to give you fake promises. I am teacher, and again, I will tell you the truth that it's a language. You need to spend time, hard work, efforts, and believe me, it will pay you off. But nothing is going to happen in short period of time. Okay. Yes. Okay. Imran Misha. Okay, I like that. You spend a lot of time in your storeroom and you feel very calm and you're practicing there. Excellent. Rinku Nehra, I do not have a Zoom meeting ID here. I set the Zoom session every week and then I send the email that same day with Zoom ID, and then I delete that meeting right away after the meeting. So I don't have a one Zoom ID meeting, okay? So I cannot give you any meeting ID here. Try to understand. You need to email me if you want to be in my session, and then make a habit to check your email on Saturday. So I have not my own school book, but my daughter is in 3rd grade and her book name is Oxford Reading Circle. Very nice book for reading activity and in writing. Nicola Horsberg. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, Fatima Naib, language is language. Doesn't matter from what grade level the book you are reading, but you are exposed to the language. That's more important. Excellent. I like it the way you are practicing. Sometimes it's difficult for me to understand. That's okay. I mean, you need to practice more, Fatima Naib. The more you will practice, the more you will get, or you will understand, and then the more you will learn, right? Okay, Rinku, you need to email me, Rinku, if you want to join my session. Okay. Ma'am, you remember sentence or sentences? Sentences singular and sentences are plural, right, Vishal? That's what you're asking? Yes, okay, Fatima. Ma'am, I am not understand what you say. फातिमा, आप replay कीजिए इस वीडियो को. See here, I will say, if you do not understand one time, you can go back and replay the video and you will understand more. If you still do not understand, then you can replay it 3rd time. So there is not limit how many times you can play one video. But believe me, the more you will listen, the more you will understand. So again, I'm telling you, do not, please, if you want to learn English, do not depend on translation, period. Do not listen more English while you are learning English. Do not listen more your first language, sorry. Do not listen more Hindi when you are learning English. Learn everything in English if you are learning English. That's my point. But if you are learning Hindi, of course, you will be learning in Hindi. Or if you are learning something in Bengali, you will be learning in Bengali, right? That's my point. So whatever the language you are learning, try to listen, practice, read more in that particular language. Because my purpose is to pull you out of your translation zone. Do not depend a lot on translation zone. Many of you are still in your comfort zone because translation is your comfort. right? But you have to push yourself hard so you can be out of that. And I know in the beginning, it will be challenging. It's not easy. In the beginning, it will be very challenging, but gradually you will notice that it's helping you in a, I mean, it will be a great experience for you. After a while, you will be telling me, maybe after 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, if you will be start listening and practicing everything in English without translation, then you are the one who will be telling me that, yes, ma'am, I am improving. And I know it because, again, I'm telling you, I am teaching where we have more than 200 languages and we do not speak 200 languages. Our students are learning everything in English. Doesn't matter if they understand or not understand, but they are listening, their brain is processing the language, and then gradually they are picking up and they are using that language. So it's coming. It's not going to happen in 1 day or 1 month. Again. Same thing I'm telling you, okay? Please try to understand. And one more thing I will say, make a habit to listen. That's what I notice a lot, that many students sometimes do not listen it carefully, but it's very important. Be a good listener. That's the first thing you need to work on if you seriously want to improve your language or any information. Be a good listener. Listen, process, think, and then speak. Okay? Okay, now. Okay. Rinku Nehra. Okay, yes. Rinku Nehra, I think you are the one who was, but you need to check your email, Rinku Nehra, that I can tell you, because I sent you the email. So you need to check your spam, maybe. Okay. Okay, Adesh Baduria, you didn't show up in the session, Adesh. Okay. George Floyd protest and riots going on, and civil disturbance that originally started in the Minneapolis, St. Paul metropolitan area of Minnesota, United States, before spreading. Okay, so what you are saying, Adesh Baduria, I don't know. You are telling us here what's going on in America. How many people will join Zoom class? Mani Sharma, don't worry. We can accommodate. I can accommodate 100 students in one session. That's not the problem. I will practice more and more. Good. Okay. Million. Rinku, thank you. Rinku Nehra. Yeah, you should check your email, Rinku. I am sure I send you the invitation. No, ma'am. In your vocabulary lesson, you told us you spend a lot of time to learn to pronounce the word sentence. Yes. Oh, sentence. Yeah, I mean, I remember in India, you say it a little differently. Here they say sentence and sentences, right? Yeah, sentence is singular and sentences. Yes, sentences. So I don't know how you say in India now. I forgot the pronunciation, Indian pronunciation. Okay. Okay. Imran. Okay. Fatima. Okay. How to use correct tense in Saharine, you need to watch my many video lessons, my live Zoom sessions. I taught many tenses in my lessons, and we talked about it. We practiced many tenses. So see, there are many questions you are asking me here. I already answered in my video lesson. So what you need to do is you need to go and start watching and practicing with my lessons. And I have about 300 video lessons already uploaded, and many lessons are like my live lessons are about 90 minutes long or 60 minutes or 70 minutes. And this one is above 90. Now it's going close to 100. I should leave now, guys. Okay. Okay, okay, Vishal, I will try. I don't know. There are many students, they want to join. Okay. No, Imran, I am not in favor to create WhatsApp groups, but whatever is in my control, I am playing my role and I am trying my best to teach you here. That's the reason I even offered you the free Zoom sessions, okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you guys. And I will say bye now for now, and I will see you next time, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I will not see you next 2 days. But hopefully I will see you on Tuesday, but I will upload my Zoom sessions soon. Okay, bye. Okay, bye guys. See ya. Bye-bye.